After plenty of discussion on fan-made Omnitrix variants in the Ben 10 community, I wanted to throw my hat in the ring with my own fan-made Omnitrix. If you're unfamiliar with the concept of fan-made Omnitrix, they're usually the standard run-of-the-mill Omnitrix with the one key component differentiating themselves from any that bends warm. Some like the X-Trix that grant every single alien in that version of the Omnitrix a percentage of the abilities of a Celestial Sapien, granting every alien transformation an enormous power boost. Or the Carnatrix that influences the wearer to be more vicious and bloodthirsty after putting the device on. So for my fan-made Omnitrix, I wanted to stick with the general naming convention, swapping out the Omni and Omnitrix with something representing what the device's new gimmick is. So let's go with the Adaptatrix. The general premise behind the Adaptatrix is that it's another alternate version of the Omnitrix that's loosely comparable to the Ultimatrix, visually being very resemblant. The Ultimatrix have the ability to force whatever alien species to evolve as if they'd been in combat for thousands of years, resulting in much more powerful versions of aliens right away. The Adaptatrix approaches this in a slightly different way, gradually increasing the strength of each alien over time, slowly creating more and more powerful transformations. Every time the wearer of this device uses an alien in combat, after they transform back, the Adaptatrix reworks and adapts the alien's DNA to perform better if faced with the same issue again. Each time you transform into an alien, their DNA is recalibrated from the previous use. The major function will be to boost the strength, in some instances size of each alien is needed. For example, after Wildmutt's encounter with the larger, older members of his species, upon retransforming, I can see this new version of Wildmutt towering over the two, with a much thicker hide, able to withstand the claws of other Vulpamancers. The other main function of the Adaptatrix would be to overcome blatant weaknesses that make each alien less viable. After using Ripjaw's once, Ripjaw's DNA would be recalibrated to be able to breathe on land and water, possibly if exposed to it even losing his vulnerability to heat. Or transformations like Ditto. If one of Ditto's clones experiences pain, they all do. With the Adaptatrix, it would make it so that Ditto has a stretchy body that works more like a liquid, similar to goop, maintaining its form while being immune to blunt hits. The real idea behind this device is power creep over time. With every use of an alien, they grow in power. The more you use a particular alien, the more powerful they're becoming. You can have a playlist made up entirely of your personal favourite aliens, no matter how obscure or how weak they were beforehand, becoming hugely heavy hitters. Being able to contend with alien transformations such as Atomics, Gravitax, Edel, or any of the Ultimate transformations. I can see a version of Ben using the Adaptatrix losing their first confrontation with Vilgax, like in the classic series, each alien initially being unable to stand up against him, only for Vilgax to return in back with a vengeance to be met with this absolute powerhouse of a playlist. Imagine Kevin and Vilgax ripping the roof of the gondola off, only to have Ben transform into an enhanced diamond head or a kaiju-sized forearms from the amount he's using it, able to compete with species like way big at that stage. The absolute pinnacle of this concept would be by the time Ben becomes Ben 10,000. I imagine at this stage each alien's been taken to the absolute pinnacle, just Ben walking around the city in each transformation that grew bigger, looking like a kaiju in every form, or just being completely... This version of Ben just completely outclassing every enemy with just about every transformation he chooses to use. Each form progressively becoming more and more powerful as it needs to. I would imagine this would be even boosted further beyond that after Master Control, where you can just cycle through aliens. For the sake of interest, I'd say each transformation can only get so powerful, some developing new abilities that were previously unique to others like Terraspin's mana immunity. Other than maybe Atomics, but I'd compare a hyper-adapted version of him less to a Celestial Sapien and more maybe like the Celestials from Marvel Comics. Where this concept gets particularly interesting to me is when you pair this device up against the Nemetrix, making the predators in it nearly redundant after you've fought them a handful of times, with each species predator becoming less and less of a threat each time you fight them. I imagine after a conflict with Crabdos, the Adaptatrix would recalibrate Heat Blast DNA into either being more powerful enough to match Crabdos' strength and size, or give him flames that burn so hot that Crabdos isn't able to suppress them. I think what really shaped this idea for the Adaptatrix was just how you could evolve aliens in so many different ways. Each user of this device would have totally different looking aliens. One Heat Blast could be just being a pure energy, while one might be more rocky and large and ferocious. There's so many different ways aliens can evolve depending on how you use them and who you use them against. I just think it's such an interesting idea. Not to credit myself too much, I did think of it. If you like this concept or you have any of your own, please let me know. I'd be absolutely thrilled to hear your opinion on this. Thanks for watching.